Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird Noir. My apologies for that. This is the daily forecast for Saturday, October 12th, 2024. It's the 21st of Libra. It is the day of ghosts. And I tell you one thing, if this it keeps on going on, I may be a ghost myself at this rate. So before we do anything else, thank you to everyone who's been listening to the videos. In spite of my vocal deficiencies this week, I hope the next time I sit down to record, we're just not having this issue. So fingers crossed, everyone. Let's get this show on the road, though. Our sun is in Libra, cardinal air, representing justice. The moon is second quarter Aquarius, fixed air, representing rebellion. Mercury is in Libra, cardinal air, representing the visionary. Venus is in Scorpio, fixed water, representing passion. Mars is in Cancer, cardinal water, representing seeking security. Jupiter is retrograding in Gemini, mutable air, which is to broaden perspective. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, which is to redefine dreams. Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, fixed earth, representing rebellion. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, representing spiritual awakenings. Pluto is in Capricorn, cardinal earth, representing reconstruction. For our retrograde reminders, Jupiter is about reconnecting with your true path. For Saturn, it's about reclaiming your authority. For Uranus, reconsider how you rebel. For Neptune, reclaim your magic. And for Chiron, restore the heroic spirit. We have a waxing gibbous moon, so commit to your goals, work on things, make it happen. To the Aquarius moon, do socialize, group projects, and seek wisdom. The don'ts are getting bogged down in personal concerns, dealing with predictable NPCs, or over rationality. Oh, I swear, this cold is starting to make me sound like RFK Jr. Oh, jeez. All right, let's do this. The last video of the week to record. The Saturn retrograde in Pisces is likely going to get along quite well with the Aquarian moon. Neither are interested in the limitations of the past, only in pursuing what's possible in the present circumstances and how that envelope can be pushed. Because remember, the Saturn retrograde is about redefining our dreams. So what our past limitations were, no longer what we're looking at. As well, Saturn is going in this general direction, probably good to push out your boundaries because once it goes direct again, you're going to find things being a little bit more solid. Then for our tarot, we have the Magician. He's a major arcana card, so think far-reaching, enduring effects. His number is 1 in the major arcana, representing essence, and his keywords are power through knowledge, taking action, and opportunities in creative manifestation. And particularly in this deck, the magician doesn't only represent the legitimate practitioner; it also represents the stage magician, or more nefariously, it can represent charlatans, which of course is a problem. We're bumping up with people who are not exactly the real deal all the time, and they make the rest of us look bad. So I think it's this card coming up, it provides us an opportunity for reflection on that, and also whether or not we have our deeds to match up our words and our intentions. Then next up, our Celtic triad. It reads 3 things in which trust does not end well: health and old age, fair weather and winter, and felicity from things of the world. Old age is a time of failing health. I mean, I'm 43 and I feel like I'm at death's door this past week. I always get melodramatic about colds. I know I'll be better, but it is true that as we get old, our ability to recover physically, or to recover at all, it does become increasingly compromised. And of course, that provides us with additional struggles that most of us don't want or need, but that's just part of the nature of the aging process. So, thinking that you're going to have good health, pretty delusional. And then winter weather, notoriously treacherous. Even if you have an overall mild winter, there are still going to be some days in which the weather is not good. It can actively be dangerous and people can get hurt. And then when it comes to good things from the world, those things tend to be pretty temporary and they always come with a price tag. So expecting to have good coming from external sources, not very wise, not a good idea. I'd expound a little bit more, gang, but as you can tell, I'm having troubles right now. Now, for our magical correspondences, they're centered on the subject of healing. The color is brown. And the reason why brown is associated with healing, of course, is to do with the earth element, the soil. The soil, of course, can be very healing for us, as we all know. Then the plant is the willow tree, the animal is the dog, and the crystal is jasper. Don't take your past wounds into the spiritual new year if you can possibly help it. I'm telling you, we cannot afford to be bogged down by our past baggage forever and ever and ever. And challenges of the future are just not going to make that feasible. Mm. Oh, okay. I can breathe. Yeah, got healing of my work to do, of my own work to do for sure. But when it comes to your spiritual wounds, your mental wounds, your emotional wounds, I just don't think we're going to have the luxury of wallowing in the next coming years. We're going to need to be uh, recovered. We're going to need to be functional. We're going to need to be able to move forward. So for our practices today, pocket magic, and then the lessons of ghosts. How are you not like Saturn? What are the limitations of Saturnalian wisdom? And as Saturdays are spiritual days, update your grimoire. We have another handy cheat sheet via Pinterest on Poppet Magic. Because my voice is in the state that it's in, I'm not going to read it out to you. I did post it under the community tab on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in checking it out, that's where you can find a copy of your own that you can save. And if anything today, just kind of reflect upon the ethics of Poppet Magic because it can be used for good and for ill effect. And then for the journal prompt, how would you design a pig in the cemetery? And I realize it may be a little bit morbid to think about that, but it is October. We are leading up to Samhain, and so when would be the more appropriate time to contemplate such things? But also, my other motivation in inviting people to think about this is about inviting us to think about how we want to forge our culture going forward. What do we want to be customary? What things would we like to have that would be reflective of our own belief systems? And of course, in cemeteries, you will find through religious iconography, the way the dead are laid to rest. It has a lot to do with people's spiritual beliefs. So, thinking about from our own perspective, how we think the dead should be honored, what we would like to see, what we think would be a pleasant environment, what we think would be good for the survivors, all we're thinking about. And and honestly, having these discussions amongst ourselves, that's putting the energy into the ether of bringing these things closer to fruition. And on that note, I wish you a magical and delightfully spooky day. I really hope that the next time I sit down to record, we're not dealing with the vocals or the coughing or the sneezes that don't quite happen and any of the other yucky stuff. I'm very sorry there's been so much to put up with. I'm trying to fight my way through it. I'm going to rest my voice for the rest of the day. And again, hopefully in the next video, things will not be quite so hideous. But I think that'll do it for now, gang. I'll see you in the next one.